been a while since I've done this. Holy moly. What's up, y'all? Is this thing on? There's my one gnat that never leaves. So I think I'm going to stop doing 4K video. Look at this, an hour and 10 minutes. And it's already been going for like 30 minutes. I think I'm going to go back to doing 1080p. What do you guys think? I didn't even have my comments pulled up, guys. Sorry. Jacob. Yeah, last 2 days has been brutal out here in West Tennessee. Dude, it was 16 degrees at 9 a.m. when I was driving to my first job. Froggy, come on, 38. That's like working in a cooler. Buddy, I love this new job. I get to work on all kinds of stuff. The refrigeration's a little slow because they have no history with refrigeration. I'm the first. But tomorrow through Friday, I'm doing a full site inspection at a new customer we picked up. It's a big produce processing facility. They've got like 13 humongous walk-ins where they do receiving and shipping of all kinds of different various produces from all kinds of farmers. Real big equipment. I think there's something like 500,000 tons of equipment. But they had a company a few years ago that was supposed to be doing maintenance, and they just kept having compressor failures on big 60 Copelands. Come to find out the job, I looked it over, and looks like they put a bunch of equipment in and never did a proper startup, and had oil return issues. Piping's kind of not how I would have done it. So I'm going to go through all this week and do a bunch of visual inspections and recommendations, and hopefully sell them a bunch of work. They need it. They definitely need it. And picking up a maintenance contract with them too. So, and today I'm actually trying to upload a video right now. I went and worked in a data room at a hospital. It was like 75 degrees in the data room, and it's not good. So, but it was a continuation of someone else's repair, but they asked me if I could go finish it up. So I went and finished it up. Pretty simple. Had to charge a unit up. They fixed the leak when they were out there a couple of weeks ago, but didn't have any 407C to put back in it. So I gassed it up and attempted to change a fan motor and blade on one of the other CPAC units, but they thought they had a motor, but it wasn't the right motor. So anyway, can you guys hear me okay? We good? It looks like my audio is good, but I don't ever know. I don't hear your side. I'm not on call yet. No. I guess we'll see as we pick up more and more customers. I'm sure I will be on call, but I think I'm going to stay out of grocery stores for a little while and do some of this bigger industrial stuff. Plus, all the grocery stores around here most of them's under contract with other companies. So, Fanta, I'm not on call yet. So far, so good. They do a bunch of HVAC, but don't do any refrigeration. So, and some of the HVAC guys have been telling me, man, does this mean we're going to have to run refrigeration calls? That stuff never stops. Maybe. I got two guys, one guy that knows some refrigeration and another guy that's got his feet wet a little bit, but none of them have worked on racks or cascade systems or any kind of big loops or anything like that. So I'm going to learn them. How was your first time being on call? I mean, this trade. Oh. My first time on call, it was pretty brutal. I was young and new and really overwhelmed because I had like 4 calls the first day I went on call, and I was tearing stuff up. I was just out there throwing the parts cannon at stuff, but it was a good learning experience. Refrigeration and on call go hand in hand, but so does the money. So that's worth it. Yeah. Money can be good on call. Sometimes you make more on your on call overtime than you do on your whole week. It's happened with me a few times, especially when you get into double time. My first week here, I went to the shop on a Friday and they were back there cutting all this aluminum material for a project they were doing at a big new Amazon facility. They're like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow and Sunday? I'm like, hanging out. They're like, you want some overtime and double time? Sure. It was the easiest money I've made. Had a 7/16 wrench and a bunch of nuts and bolts, and I just built these mailbag holder things for Amazon. It was pretty cool. Man, those Amazon facilities are huge. And there's like 5 of them here where we live. And I was in one of the little ones and I didn't know it. And I was just like, this is crazy. And he's like, oh, this is a tiny one. Wait until you go over this other one. There's this one conveyor where like all the docks come in and they got these telescoping conveyors that go into the bed of the truck and they bring all the packages in. But dude, this thing, I think it's running like 60 mile an hour. And there's this big laser thing that like has lasers all doing the scanning and it like scans these things. Dude, it was crazy. Nice facilities though. Better be. They make like, what is it? $38,000 a minute or something. Jeff Bezos does. He's on to something. He took like the eBay thing and streamlined it, I guess. I don't know. Have I ever? Man, I had my own business. I had my own business, which I was doing restaurants and residential, but this was right when COVID happened, and I feel if I would have been doing it for a couple of years prior, I probably would have been okay. But when COVID came, it wasn't working well. It wasn't working well at all. And I was trying to work during the day for a company and do most of my stuff in the evenings or on the weekends, and it was really a burden on the family. And the insurance. So that was actually what took me out was carrying the insurance, uh, which is super expensive when you're small, not having a bunch of work coming in and still paying for insurance every month. It'll eat you up fast. So I might do it again one day. I don't know. Oh, so I went and had a meeting with a bunch of guys from my local hall, and they're wanting me to become a certified instructor to do training because they do HVAC out of my hall, but they don't do any refrigeration and they want to. So they're going to see what they can do about getting equipment to do training on. And I got to go become certified, which is a little bit of a process, but it's almost like an associate's degree. I think it'll be pretty cool. Get to meet a lot of people, work with a lot of young guys, and share my experience and help the trade out. We'll see what happens. I might get in there and not want to do it. It's just one night a week, but we'll see how that goes. They bought me food when we went and sat down, so that was cool. But yeah, this new company, we do a lot of Department of Energy, uh, like a bunch of Fortune 100 customers, Fortune 500 customers, a lot of big stuff. So our shop is awesome. They got full production welding and sheet metal and full construction crew, all that good stuff. So if I need a welder, if I need an electrician, if I need a plumber, just make a call and they send somebody out. Most of the places I've worked in the past, you would involve another contractor, but here they want to be a turnkey, one stop shop. So it's pretty cool. What's up, Greg? Doing all right? So Saturday, I'm leaving out to go to it's either Ocala or Ocala, Florida, to visit the wife's dad. So I'll be down there in some 70, 80-degree weather for about a week. Should be pretty cool. It's been cold here last couple of days. Lots of low ambient calls. Everything's good, man. Enjoying this new job. Breath of fresh air, working on some new equipment, and trying to grow something. I'm my own boss right now, which is really cool. I've been out doing a ton of like door to door sales, just handing out business cards, flyers, and trying to earn work, which we've picked up a lot of potential customers, but a lot of these people are under contract. And thankfully, I have a good name in my area. So a lot of people I've talked to know of me and know of the previous companies I've worked for and how good the service department was when I worked there. So that has been in my favor. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm enjoying it so far. Got me a brand new 2026 GMC 2500 service body. I'm a truck guy. I like trucks. I hate vans. Nowhere to put your legs. Got that hump down there. You're always putting your left foot up under you and causing problems with your ankles and your knees. But anyway, this is my first time having a Royal brand service body. Might have to do a truck tour. This service body's pretty sweet. The whole bedside on both sides opens up and it's got all these bins. And that's pretty cool. It's got a real nice pipe rack on it, which I got ladders on it. But if I need to haul some 20-foot sticks of pipe, I'm good. It's got that big 6.6 gas motor. It's like 500 horsepower. The Allison transmission. And this one's 2-wheel drive. My last one was 4-wheel drive. This is, it'll get up and go. Don't have all that 4-wheel drive weight slowing it down, which I don't know. That might be a bad thing, but we only get snow like a week out of the year here. So hopefully I don't need the 4-wheel drive. I used it in my last truck a couple of times during the winter. So we'll see how that goes. Might just be one of those things. I gotta hop in the old F-250 personal truck and run a call. Done that before. My old 97 Power Stroke will go anywhere. What y'all been up to? Seen a couple of you guys on the HVAC overtime pod in the comment section. Greg, I lucked out over the weekend on call, stayed in boiler rooms instead of rooftops. That's pretty cool. I've worked on a couple of boilers since I've been here, which I haven't touched boilers in years. I posted a little short video about trying to be funny. This one I worked on was 3,150,000 BTUs. Does this whole humongous building, but it was a big boy. The mainline gas valve solenoid was sticking. I diagnosed it, and their in-house guys fixed it. JP, you guys work on any Train or York chillers, air, water cool? Yeah, we got a chiller department. I haven't touched any chillers since I've been here, but I know they do work on Train and York chillers, a bunch of centrifugal chillers, and they were talking about some of the I forget the technical term. They're like magnetic bearing oilless compressors or whatever. Seem pretty cool. I've worked on a bunch of the old Train and York chillers years ago. Changed out a couple of what's that called? Tube and fin or whatever, big evaporators. Diagnosing like pumps and stuff like that. But I don't have a ton of chiller experience, although the chiller killer does. That's what I need, some more chiller experience. I know all the big buildings we work at, they got a bunch of big chillers. My forte is in parallel racks. I feel that's what I'm best at. I can work on about anything, but I like my old parallel racks. You guys seen any of Supermarket Refrigeration's latest videos? He's been posting a little bit. Oh, Marky Mark. Trying to get this thing rolling again. It's almost like I forgot how to record. I keep forgetting my mics. Spent all that money on those microphones so I could have good audio quality because I cannot stand watching videos with poor audio. I don't know why. I just can't stand it. It's like every time I go to record the video I'm trying to upload now, totally forgot my mics in the truck and I was all the way inside this hospital up in a data room and I'm like, shh. Which it wasn't too bad. There wasn't a lot of ambient noise, a little bit, but if you click through a couple of my videos, you can tell when I'm using my DJI mics. Those things are awesome, especially working around racks. Game changer. And I'm waiting on queue clearance to get in some of these government facilities. I don't know that I'll be able to record any of that, but I'm going to be working in some big facilities. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but they want me to get badged at some of these places. Greg says, I'm taking a class on parallel racks. It's a cool class, learning quite a bit. There's a lot to learn, for sure. All these years I've worked on parallel racks. I've had this thing in the back of my head that I kind of like that worst call scenario, opening up one of these big control panels and there's a short somewhere in it that's got the whole panel down. Still never had that call. I did have one call where a circuit switch in the door was tripping, but it wasn't causing anything crazy. JP, I am union and all the supermarket shops are non-union. And since I don't want to leave the union because of the pay, I stick it out. But I really wish I could do supermarkets, especially after watching your videos. Man, I don't know if DeBraw's in your area, but DeBraw Kumpel, that's who I was with before here. They're union. They do a lot of supermarket stuff, and they're awesome company, really good company. Got a CO2 store coming to us soon. Pretty stoked to get to work on it and learn it. You know if it's transcritical? Is it a Aldi or a Publix? That's the only two CO2 stores I've worked on. Man, I think that transcritical stuff is going to be the future. It's going to be everywhere before too long. It's so energy efficient. Like some of the stores that I've worked on, uh, most of them, the medium temp is still on just a regular parallel rack or a glycol. But like the low temp rack, they got two like 5 horsepower compressors just cooling the vessel for the CO2. And that's all your energy is in two little compressors. And it does all their low temp stuff. Insane for energy efficiency. I wouldn't say it. I know there is a lot of Walmart stores converting to CO2. And usually, what I've seen in the years that I've done this is Walmart will kind of pioneer a new way of doing things, and Kroger and some other people will do it. And then shortly thereafter, people kind of follow suit and do it too. So I would say here in the next 5, 10 years, most everything will be CO2, which makes sense, I guess. Better for the environment, more energy efficient. Video I posted last week, I think it was, or might have been Saturday. I got to work in this big ice manufacturer. They make bagged ice for those little boxes outside of gas stations and stuff. And they got these trucks that go around and fill them up. Their chillers that make the ice is ammonia, but their drying room, basically a big walk-in freezer that a conveyor runs through, and all the ice is on it, getting dried off after it comes out of the extruder for the ice machine stuff. And that ammonia stuff, that's pretty wild. I'd like to learn to work on that. I've never worked on ammonia, but I've watched some videos on it. It seems pretty cool, other than the fact that I hear once you smell it, you done, you cooked. You're going to lay down and die. It's that room I went to. They got these strobe lights and annunciators outside the whole room. I guess if they're flashing and beeping, don't go in there. Turn the exhaust fan on. They got these switches for the exhaust fans, like manual overrides. I'd say they come on automatically. But yeah. I once watched a video that they used ammonia like 1,000 years ago or 2,000 years ago to do some kind of cooling or refrigeration, something to do with pyramids or something. I don't know if it was true, but whole ammonia. So, Greg, based on your name, I think you're from St. Louis. Is that right? You can find me in St. Louis. Oh, Nelly. JP, what local are you out of? Yes, sir. I'm out of local 102, Knoxville, Tennessee. Man, I wish I'd have joined the union back when I first heard about it when I was like 20 something years old. I'd be retiring here in a few years. 787 Canada. Are you out of the same local as David's? Are you Toronto or Ontario? Where are you at? Local 562. Greg, I think I've seen your local in some of the UA magazines. Does that sound right? 562. That sounds familiar. Ottawa, Ontario. What's the weather like in Ontario right now? I wish I could be in Tennessee. Come on down here. Bruh, I wouldn't even get out of the truck. Mm-mm. How do you stand that? I mean, I guess you get acclimated to it, but golly. Yeah, I know. Phew. I was working on some lab equipment the other day, minus 24C, and some minus 75C and minus 80C. Those are the ones you got to get the cryogenic gloves to get the medicine out of. Greg, yeah, we are in the UA mags all the time. I thought so. Well, that's good. Thank the Lord for mechanical rooms. It'd be bad if the stuff was outside. Whew. So is it cold enough there to like do the hot water thing, throw it up in the air and make snow? Or is that like minus 30, minus 40C territory? Yeah, most of the time you are inside on the supermarkets unless you have condenser issues, which it's rare because a lot of the times when it's real low ambient, you don't even use your condenser fans. Minus 30. Froggy said, nope. Yep. Everything's in split right now. Yeah, most of the stuff here at about 40 degrees Fahrenheit goes into split. He would get a heat stroke going to where Froggy's at. Whew. I'm going to be in Florida next week. It's supposed to be like 75, 80 degrees all week. I'm going to go ride some horses and go to Universal and go see the Christmas light show at a racetrack down there in Tampa. Take the kids and the wife, go do something fun. I was going to say, I prefer doing these lives this way, the horizontal mode, and I do it subscriber only, can comment. And this way it doesn't push it out to everybody. I did a live the other day during the middle of the day. I am so over hearing that 6-7 stuff. I don't know what it is with the internet, dude. People are so rude. Look, I know I'm fat and ugly, but I don't need 30 people telling me that back to back. Tell you what. Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you like the 4K videos, or you think I can get away with doing 1080p HD? I try to put these videos up when I get home, and it takes forever for my software to bounce it down and export it because it's 4K, and then takes forever to upload it to YouTube. And I've got an awesome computer, and it still takes a while. Well, I'm gonna hop off here. I figured I'd come on for a little bit and tell y'all a little bit about what's going on. For you people that's not hold on, Froggy. Those algorithms favor 4K. I don't know. I had my phone, because I record everything with my phone, set to it defaults to 4K because I like, anytime I'm doing pictures or videos with the kids and whatnot, I want it to be in 4K for later on down the road, because I'm sure one day will be 8K or whatever, and 4K will be standard. But I figure if I record it in 4K, which is better. I know I like watching 4K content. Yeah, since I'm trying to ramp it back up. I thought YouTube was going to like totally kill my channel after I took all my videos down. But I've been getting some views, which is good. Haven't really been doing any like training, just kind of showing you guys what I'm working on. But that stuff's coming. The helpful service calls hopefully will be coming. We are talking to like 5 grocery stores about trying to get their work. So if you know what you're looking at, it don't matter, right? I could record with a potato and it'd be good, right? I will say, I've thought about buying the new DJI Nano camera. It works with my microphones. It's like this big. It's kind of like a small GoPro. They make a hat clip for it. I'm pretty sure I could get away with using that like on my shirt pocket or something in some of these places that I have to be real discreet. We'll see. I think it'll be worth it if I did. Hey, my stream got a like. Appreciate that. Nano, buddy. Little bitty guy. Smaller than my phone, so it might go in some weird places. Maybe they'll send me back over here to this plant I live right down the road from, and get to see some of that cool stuff. I might be able to sneak some stuff. Biohazard, radiation, aliens. Might be. They say that show Stranger Things was based off of stuff they're doing right down the road from me. Might explain the weird noises I hear outside all the time at night, in the middle of the night. Peace, Greg. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here too. Hear my wife in there huffing and puffing. Y'all take it easy. I'm gonna get out of my work clothes, go hit the shower, and try to get some dang sleep. Got some cool stuff coming this week. But yeah, got a video going up hopefully tonight if this thing ever does its thing. But y'all take it easy. Appreciate y'all checking in. We'll holler at you.